Alright, I got a couple scriptures I want to speak on this morning. If you can turn with me to Hebrews 12, 1 through 2. Alright. Therefore we also, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Alright, right here where it talks about how we have such a great cloud of witnesses. People are always going to be watching you and how you endure the race. And when it talks about the race, it's talking about, your Christian walk every day. And so, like my two little sisters, are always, they're a great crowd of witnesses. And everybody has a great crowd of witnesses that's going to watch to see if you're going to quit or not. Because, you're always going to have people watching you. And right here, when it talks about, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us. Just like with running, you're not going to go run a 5K with a big, huge coat on. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're buying running shoes, you want to find like the lightest shoes. Well, sin works the same way. You can't run the race and be enduring with Jesus Christ when you have all this sin and all this stuff in your life weighing you down. It's the same thing applies to running. You just can't do it. It's impossible. You have to lay aside every weight in the sin which so easily ensnares you in order to run the race with endurance. And then right here when it talks about for the joy that was set before us, him endured the cross, despising the shame. Jesus Christ was the ultimate example of endurance. We will never be able to show endurance like he did, but, he's supposed to be our example. Just like, the definition of Christian is Christ-like, so we should be Christ-like in our endurance, in the race that we run as Christians for Jesus Christ. I want to use another scripture, 2 Timothy 4:7. That's what we turn over there.
Second Timothy 4:7.
They're both the ISC verses from last year. 1978.
Oh, I love this verse. Chapter 4, 7. What's the verse?
2 Timothy 4:7.
Nobody can read it.
Everybody got it? Go ahead.
There.
Alright. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. And that's Paul. And I don't know about you guys, but I think Paul's the one. He's probably my favorite person in the Bible. And other than Jesus, of course. He talks about how he has fought the good fight, he has finished the race, and he has kept the faith. We need, he's talking about how he's finished the race, and we need, as Christians, to be good finishers. Everybody can be a good starter. It's very easy to be a Christian and be a good starter and just be excited and just be, for a little while till stuff gets hard. But you have to, like Paul says, fight the good fight and keep the faith throughout that time. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going. And just like in cross country, again, I'm going to use that as a reference again, like at the Northwestern race, the big county race, you're feeling terrible close to the end, and you want to throw up and pass out, and you have to finish strong. And there's a really long sprint in Northwestern, so it's a really hard finish there. But it's just like with Christianity, and you have to finish strong, because like with running, there's people who go out way too fast at the beginning, and they just die out, and you're going to pass them. But we can't do that. You have to keep the faith, and you have to fight the good fight. And you have to look ahead with faith, And I want to leave you guys with a question. Can you determine in your heart that you're going to endure the race? How are you going to finish your race? Because, we're all still in high school, and our race is just getting started, It's just the very beginning. So, you just have to ask yourselves, how are you going to finish your race?
Very good.
That's all.
Amen.